Hey, welcome to the channel. This is V. I wanted to speak to you about a ROC mining night that I had with the organization, and this was a ton of fun. ROC mining is a wonderful gameplay loop in Star Citizen. That being said, I do want to say right off the bat that when you have 8 to 10 players, this is not by any stretch of the imagination the most efficient way to make money. This is not the most efficient way to make money guide or anything along those lines. A couple of things though, laughs can be had, when you are dealing with ROCs, ramps, physics, and you can see Jack here as we were out on Aberdeen tried to load his ROC onto the back of the ramp, and that happened. And so as the loadmaster, I rush out here and try and grab a medical tool to see if there's any chance we could recover Jack. And as you can see, that was not happening. He was DOA. That being said, we all know that whoever plays Star Citizen, we all know and expect that there to be these types of shenanigans that happen, these kind of physics things that happen. And so that's why it's always a good idea. And one of the first lessons I wanted to mention was bring an extra ROC or two. That stuff's going to happen. It's unexpected, but it's also something that really provides roaring laughter. None of us ever get too upset about that stuff. We're not out here trying to make the most efficient buck, is basically what I'm saying. We're just having a good time, working as a group, trying to build a skill set that if there ever is a resource that's very valuable to gather, we kind of have some methodology and some theories built into how we want to do this. And so one of the things I want to say is we were always having the ROCs drive out the front when they needed to go out. Now, none of the ROCs are actually breaking any rocks out here. We have a Prospector that's out in front, scouting, locating Hadanite, and cracking the rocks. The Prospector's doing all that stuff. The ROCs are only being used in this particular case as extraction devices because the Prospector can't scoop up the Hadanite gems. So, we have a Prospector out in front. We have an overwatch vehicle that also serves as a placeholder. So the Prospector could be on, cracking 8 rocks. The placeholder vehicle, overwatch vehicle, is sitting on a spot waiting for the M2 to get there. We could have an extraction team on the previously located spots. And the M2 would basically just shuttle back and forth. Anytime an ROC mining team was being picked up, they were always driving on the back. And anytime an ROC mining team was deploying, they were always going out the front. And this is a loadmaster's perspective video. I'm the loadmaster in this particular case. And what I'm doing is I am constantly rotating, and some of the guys are as well, but the goal is to constantly rotate the ROCs forward. So as the ROCs get picked up, we move them forward, and that is the gig here. As soon as you drive onto the back as one of the ROC miners, you just, put your ROC in the line, get out, and run to the front, and jump back in. So you can see right there, Wick and Quadsar are ready to go out. They drove in the back. They were already picked up, but they ran up to the front, and they're ready to go out again. And that's kind of the way that we did this. And it was a really smooth operation for the most part. So you can see Quad's about to go out. And there goes Wick. And the good news is, you don't always have to have the ramp 100% right down on the ground. But they went out, they're going to do some extracting. And you can see I am now loading up into this ROC to move it forward. You can see Macedon, our Prospector, is off 20 kilometers away. He had located another Hadanite cluster and was breaking it up with the Prospector, and that can be done. The Prospectors can break the Hadanite nodes. I am now moving forward some ROCs so they can be deployed, and that's the gig here, is the loadmaster in this particular operation. I'm just constantly shuttling the ROCs forward. So, and we always are going to have a couple of guys who can go out and do the extracting. They're only going to go out and extract the rocks. They're not doing the breaking with the ROCs. Once again, the Prospector's handling the breaking. So we got into this awesome rotation where the Prospector would be finishing up breaking a rock. The Overwatch vehicle would go and take that place. We would have somebody dropped You know, we have to circle back now and then and pick up the people that we had dropped. And overall, in this night, we made in a couple hours about 320,000 AUEC. Once again, this is not the most profitable way to make money. It was an enjoyable night. These are the types of things that we like to do. It's not always about the purest profit making for us, you know, just having some fun, building the skill set and understanding that operationally, we hope down the line, if there is some ROC extractable that's a valuable resource, that we have some efficiencies built in so we can quickly kind of gather that stuff and, you know, have some methods on how to do it. So anyways, I hope this video serves you well. I understand it's a little bit different perspective from it's the loadmaster perspective, the guy who's constantly kind of shuttling the ROCs inside the M2, you know, up to the front so the miners can kind of go out and directing traffic and that kind of thing. So anyways, hope you're having a lovely weekend. Please take care of yourself, and I will see you all around the verse.